welcome to the Doing It With Purpose podcast, where I am your host, Cornelius T. Summers, a.k.a. Lil Cuddy. I also have co-host Greg Peterson, a.k.a. The Deep.
Deep.
And we're coming to you all the way from Lexington, South Carolina. It's only a 15-minute ride up the road from where I'm located in Batesburg, Leesville. Greg located halfway in between Pillion and wherever, man. He out there in the country.
About 20 minutes ride.
But hey, it was worth the drive this morning.
Yes, sir.
So we're here at the Peach Cobbler Factory this morning with the owner, CEO, the do-it-all, Mr. Willie Cooper. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
And we're glad that you allowed us to come into your territory this morning and hear a little bit about your story. I mean, when we speak of Lexington, South Carolina, we think of the Lexington Wildcats. Shout out to them for winning the state championship in basketball this year. Shout out to Cam Scott and all his teammates there. A job well done. Now they can come down and celebrate and get something good to eat. Right. Man. We got plenty of sweets, but
so you get them free peach cobbler for winning the state? You ain't say that? Okay, we'll cop that out. We'll cop that out, man. Go ahead.
So, hey, they get on the preferred loyalty program.
There you go.
But no, we just. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, sir. Thank you. First of all, I just want to say I appreciate it. Never in my wildest dreams thought about anything like this.
But man,
thank you.
That's what we're here for.
We appreciate you, man. Yes, sir.
So
about to get you out there.
Oh yeah. I mean, from the looks of it, though, the few times that I've come by, he already out there.
Yeah. This place stay packed, man.
I truly thank God for all of this.
Yes, sir.
Man. Like I said, the store, the lines, I never imagined this in my wildest dreams.
Okay, then that's what's up, man. That's one of our mottos, man. God's plan. You never know what God's plan is. It's just His plan, man.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself. Just unless you're from Lexington, which I don't think, based on the conversation. So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Initially, born and raised in Jersey City, New Jersey.
Let's stop right there for a second. So, with you being from Jersey City, New Jersey, you a Giants fan or a Jet fan?
Neither?
Hey, the man got good sense. He
say fly, Eagles fly.
Man, stop that.
Fly, Eagles
okay,
fly.
let's cut. Hey, CJ, cut everything off, man. We're not doing this today.
Fly,
go
Eagles
ahead.
Fly.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Initially born and raised in Jersey City. Came down here with my pops. Neither here nor there, long story short.
Yeah.
Came down here probably in the 10th, 11th grade.
Okay.
Graduated high school in Hemingway, South Carolina.
Okay.
The coach.
Yeah.
And then eventually jobs, moved, got to Florence, then came to Columbus.
Okay. That's what's up.
So you was at Michelin Tire Corporation?
I was. Prior to being here at the Peach Cobbler Factory, I was out there for about almost 8 years.
Okay, now. Okay, so what made you leave there just to start this right here?
To start this. It has always been my goal, my wife and I, to venture out and do something.
Okay.
And we still got some things on the back burners.
Okay.
Daycare, adult daycare.
Okay.
But this opportunity came up probably 2 years ago. Her and one of our sisters had went down to Jacksonville, one of our churches down there.
Okay.
And there's a couple down there that's working, that's doing some good things with it. And they on their second, third, fourth store, something like that.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And when they first brought her back to me, I'm like, man, I ain't want to do nothing like that.
Yeah.
So it probably went 6-7 months before conversation came back up again. I said, all right. So we took a ride up to North Carolina. It was in Carolina Beach.
Okay.
We went to the headquarters up there and checked it out. And the rest of it went into works until January 27th this year. We opened the door.
January 27th?
Yeah.
Right.
That's my anniversary day.
Cool.
19 years.
I seen some of your the first podcast.
January 27th.
Oh yeah.
That's hey, listen, January 27th is a great day. Great day. But that's when you think about what it takes to be an entrepreneur, although you franchise into something, you still work for yourself now.
Right.
Where you came from a major factory, right,
Mm-hmm.
to another factory. What has the transition been like?
It's been tough. I would not sit here and say that it's been easy or smooth sailing, being on your own, working for yourself. But through it all, I thank God.
Oh yeah.
One thing I learned, I had a customer ask me, did I think I would have this much success or be this successful? And I told him yes. Because one thing about it, when I stepped out, when we started praying about it, God, you open the door, we know you're gonna make it happen. So not to be overfounded with it, if that's saying it the right way. But anything that God does, I believe and know that He does it the right way.
And that's as Greg said, that's God's plan.
Yeah, he's not man. He don't make mistakes and bad decisions and all that stuff, man. Whatever, like we do.
Right.
Yeah, he's just God, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And the podcast is pretty much man. We don't feel bad or shame or to talk about God, because we talk about God.
Oh no,
man.
I mean
We are true believers, man. Yeah.
That's
So where do you go to church at?
Bible Way in Florence.
Okay then.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bible Way in Florence. Pastor Jeremy Plowden's up there.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out to Bible Way in Florence, man.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you.
shout out to them.
Yeah.
So they part of they're connected to Bible Way off of Atlas Road.
Back in the day, his dad, which is Bishop Thomas Plowden,
Okay.
they were together with, I think it's AC Jackson back then.
Yeah.
Back in the day, but there's been a few breaks or whatever. So you got some churches down in Jacksonville, like I said, that we were part of at one point in time. And then now we got the one in Florence and the one down in Lanes.
Okay. Well, since we giving shout out to my church, Forest City. You want to shout out?
Yeah, Hall Chapel Missionary Baptist Church, man. Reverend Don Robinson.
Man, not the Reverend Don.
The Reverend Don Robinson.
Oh yeah. Shout out to him.
Not gonna forget my best first lady, the best first lady in the land, Lady J.
Come on, man. That's what's up.
Yes,
That's what's
sir.
up. But we talk about God's plan. If you watch the first episode, you kind of know a little bit about this. My journey. One of the most humble guys that I know, right, sitting to your right, and Greg.
Yeah.
But we've all had some turbulent times. All had some hills. What's one of the biggest hills that you had to jump over to get this accomplished? Because I walk into the store this morning and we're setting up, and I'm ready to eat. My mouth was watering. I'm trying to set things up.
Man.
Like,
he ain't even cooking that yet.
He
man.
ain't even cooking
We
one thing.
got it started.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, one of the things probably as we have, like I said, we went to Carolina Beach, we signed the agreement to buy into the franchise. And from there, you on your own to find a spot and get situated and set up. So we've been searching up and down Sunset, probably for almost a year.
Wow.
Trying to find a location.
Okay.
Trying to talk to different owners, if you will, or leasing companies, and it just seemed like none of the doors would open.
Yeah.
Further on down the street. But one thing I've learned in that process, as we talk about God's plan, and I thank God that none of those doors didn't open.
Exactly.
So we wouldn't be where we at.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This is a prime spot,
Prime
man. Right
real
here.
estate.
Right here by Walmart, man. You got Chick-fil-A on the other
right,
side right there, man. Whatever. So hey, once you go to Walmart, go shopping, go get you some Chick-fil-A. Hey, you gonna want something sweet, man. Yeah.
And here's the thing. Back in my military training, I went to a Chick-fil-A leadership seminar.
Right.
And their rule of thumb is they won't put a Chick-fil-A up unless it's within a certain distance from a Walmart. If you look at all the placement of the Chick-fil-A's, it's a certain mile. It has to be, from a Walmart. And so when I think of, like you said, I go to Chick-fil-A anytime we come through Lexington because we don't have one in our small town. But with that being said, I'm stopping by the Peach Cobbler Factory.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I
My son had basketball workouts last Wednesday, and he was like, my wife was out of town. Dad isn't cooking tonight. It's already late. It's like, hey, man, let's try this Gambay rice. And he was like, all right, we can stop by there, Dad. And I was like, hey, you hadn't tasted Peach Cobbler Factory yet? He was like, nah. So we stopped by, got us our Peach Cobbler. Get to the house. I'm like, hey, did your ice cream melt? He was like, no. So by the way, I got some ice cream from here.
Yeah.
Drove 15 minutes home, and it had not melted.
Yeah.
Good.
So I don't know what container it was in or whatever, but I put it in the freezer. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to eat half of my peach cobbler now. I eat the other half for lunch tomorrow.
And I appreciate that because we had some customers ask that question, can they save it for the next day?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I tell them, yes, it'll last.
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
last.
Oh, yeah. My ice cream. But here's the thing. So I'm thinking, he heard me say, I'm going to, eat half now, half tomorrow. I wake up and look at the trash can. His is gone.
Yeah.
But I know him well enough. I needed to hide mine and put mine up, or it was going to be gone too, because it was delicious.
Snitching, CJ.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. He ate it all, and I'm like, dude, you supposed to eat half, but nah. He finished it all.
You
man.
can't eat half a peach cobbler, man. You got to eat all of that. You can't eat half. Not from the Peach Cobbler Factory.
And I tell you, just while we're talking about the dessert peach cobbler, just to put it out there, look at the menu, we have way more than just cobblers. We have different flavors of cobblers.
Yeah.
We have a lot more to offer. So that's one thing. The only thing that we don't have that people come in to ask constantly is sugar-free or gluten-free.
But y'all working on that. As a franchise.
At the corporate level.
Yeah, as a franchise.
Corporate level, they're working on something like that.
So what's your favorite?
Sweet potato pecan, under cobblers, and then under the banana pudding. That's strawberry.
Hold on, back up. Sweet potato pecan cobbler.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, when I came in here the first time, when you called me and told me about it, man, I was like, hey, man, ain't nothing good in here that I need to eat, man.
That's
Got
exactly
the sweet
what he
potato,
said.
and that body ain't make it to the house, man. Got the sweet potato, that body ain't make it to the house.
So Greg is a real big health fanatic. Like I can call him, hey, what you doing, man? Hey, I'm on elliptical, I'm walking, I'm doing this, or you know what I'm saying? He's real big on it. But I told him, I said, hey, going down there to Peach Cobbler Factory. He was like,
Yeah.
hey, man, ain't down the Peach. So he stopped. He called me. He was like, hey, ain't nothing good down there, man. I said, what you mean nothing good? He said, hey, ain't nothing good. So, homeboy, what you getting? I'm about to finish this Peach Cobbler right now. Did it make it home to the wife?
Yeah, it made it home.
Okay.
Yeah, I saved something for her.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. But y'all came back.
Oh yeah, we done came back. Yeah,
Okay.
we done came back. Yeah.
Good.
I appreciate it.
Oh man. So family's involved.
Right. Oh man, I can't. You mentioned family. Don't want to start tearing up.
Hey man.
Hey, for the family, man. I tell you.
Oh yeah.
This journey. You talk about some of the hills to climb to get here. Family is what's been pushing me.
Oh yeah.
Over the hill.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Volunteering and just helping to get it. To make it do what it do. Every day.
So pretty much the ladies that work in the back here, they're part of the family, or you hired them on?
They're the ones that normally, I can't even say orange shirt no more because even my family, most of them are wearing orange shirts now. But it's a mix. There's several of them back there that just volunteers.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My daughter,
I was asking because you had a avid Cowboy fan back there that we're gonna talk about
volunteer.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about getting rid of. Oh, she volunteered, so I guess you can't fire.
I already know who you talking about.
Yeah. She gave me trouble when I was in here, man. I had my Giants hat on, so yeah, she gave me trouble.
I already know. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, actually, it's two. One of our sisters, and my wife, both of them are Cowboy fans.
Oh
go
man,
go figure that.
Yeah,
I don't have a team, so I can't get into all that. And we start talking about college sports, and then we might venture off. But I try to stay away from that specific team. That stuff will cost you, man. Cost you a headache.
Oh yeah,
it'll cost you a headache.
So it's all in fun, though.
Oh yeah, it's all in fun. So what's the best thing that's done happen from this right here? What do you think the best thing is?
Probably when me and my wife were interviewing some of the employees that we hired. Is just being able to pour back at some of the people that we come in contact with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because even in the midst of this, yes, we're trying to build something here, worthwhile for generational wealth, if you will, something that we can pass down to our kids and our grandkids and all of that. But just being able to impact the lives of the people that we come in contact with, whether it's the employees or the customers coming in.
Okay.
Because one thing about it, as you may mention, said there's no shame to it or whatever, is pointing people towards the cross.
Oh yeah.
I mean, even in this, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
And, and what's unique, the first night that I stopped by here, before I even mentioned to Greg about this gym I had found in Lexington, I came in and very similar to one of the episodes we shot at Icebox Studio, we didn't know who the owner was. Right. When Greg first walked in. And that night when I walked in, I'm ordering my food or whatever, and I think you were standing off to the right of the register, and I asked the young lady, I was like, who owns this place? And she was like, he does. I was like, okay, cool. Not that it was a shocker to me, but from what you were doing, I never would have thought that you were the owner. And I think we can get it confused sometimes that an owner's supposed to do X, Y, and Z. You're supposed to walk in here with the suit and the tie on and do the white glove inspection, but man, he was knee deep into it. So I was like, hey, if he gets an opportunity, can I talk to him? I would love to, be able to have him on the podcast. And then one of the young ladies, I don't know if you remember the lady, I just remember her daughter was a graduate of South Carolina State because she had on a paraphernalia there. And she was like, this is the first time in the last 2 weeks, and she had been like 4 or 5 times, but she was like, this is the first time I seen him not busy. She was like, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And I'm like, I just wanted to talk to him about, being on the podcast. She was like, well, he needs a break. And so with that being said, it sounds like you're working some long hours.
Oh, yeah. I mean, most definitely. And I knew it leaving Michelin, coming into it, I knew how it was going to be. Well, at least I thought I had a vision what it was going to be. I never imagined it being like it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But one thing about it, you talked about the military. I think that's probably where a lot of it comes from.
Okay.
Leadership, learning, because one thing when I was an NCO, before I crossed over and got my commission, I would never allow my soldiers to do something that I wouldn't do.
That's what's up.
So
that's
I have that same mindset here. I can't send nobody to do something back here or in the bathroom, wherever it necessarily may be, without doing it myself first.
And see, times are changing, man, because like now, most companies, just companies that are owned, by someone that's small or whatever, they pretty much, they doing the hard work, man. They doing all the work. They hands on with everything or whatever. Because like back in the day, pretty much, you would like hire somebody, and like you said, you just standing back, just giving orders, and just all like the old saying goes, a whole lot of chiefs and no Indians, but pretty much you pretty much a part of the Indians, man. Whatever, you just doing everything, hands on.
One thing I'm learning, I gotta be.
Yeah, yeah.
And this. That's the only way I see it right now.
Okay,
I
yeah.
mean, doing it.
That's what's making it work,
ground,
though. That's what's making it work. Yeah.
Late hours, early mornings.
Yeah.
Making it happen.
What the goal of leadership is to produce more leaders, not more followers.
Yeah.
So, like I said, from what I have seen, and you got a floor general, because I was in here the last night that I stopped by. But no, that was the first time actually too. I walked in, him and I were talking, and someone was cleaning up. They had some trash back there, and she gave me a look. He's like, "Hold on, let me go get this trash." I remember that.
That's that cowboy fan.
Oh yeah.
Man,
so you have the backing and you have the support, man.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And anytime you have that, that's half the battle.
Right.
You can do almost anything as long as you don't care who gets the credit. I stand by that. But it sounds like, man, you have a strong support structure. Because the other day, to tell another funny story, I came in and I was like, go ahead and order. Then I asked a young lady at the register, I was like, is the owner, Mr. Cooper, is he available? Because I didn't see you. And I'm like, maybe things have slowed down enough for him to take a break. And she was like, oh, no, he's just back there. He's getting something to eat or something. I was like, okay. So she turned around and went to the door. I was like, hey, can one of y'all grab my dad? I was like, oh, that's his daughter. Okay, because another employee, I'm from the snitch. No, I'm a snitch. I'm finna tell him.
Oh, yeah,
like,
he'll tell everything.
Hey, the employee said, you just back there eating. But now she was like, nah, that's my dad. I was like, okay, cool. So to see her at the front in the register, it's like you got the Peach Cobbler Factory, but this is becoming a household brand.
Exactly. And now that you're talking about, long story short, as far as children, I have 4 daughters.
Okay.
And 2 little boys. And that's another hurdle you asked about, another challenge in the midst of all this, trying to start a business, trying to build. Got a 4 and a 5-year-old. So it's tough. So between my wife, and I thank God for her and everything that she's doing. So when she's not here, trying to help out, trying to do, she's running behind a 4 or 5.
She's still helping out.
Yeah, I mean, most definitely.
She's still helping out.
Hands down, as hard as this is every day, day in and day out. That's just as hard, especially when you're doing it by yourself.
Oh yeah. So it's safe to say we got another MVP. If you watch the first episode, we got another MVP, man. What we call his wife the MVP, man. She pretty much she the MJ of their relationship. And seems like your wife is the MJ of your relationship.
Most definitely. Talking about carrying the load, talking about doing things behind the scenes, things that need to be done. So right now, one thing about me, and she'll probably tell you if she was here, once I commit myself to something,
you all in.
I'm in it. So sometimes even now with the boys, I'm here. Even when I'm home late at night, early in the morning, I'm here.
Okay.
Good or bad, that's just how it is.
And sometimes you have to be, man. That's what I said about working at Mission, because I work with Mission and also, man, whatever. And my wife, she pretty much took care of everything for us, the family goes and all that stuff, man, because I was always working, making sure that they could have everything that they wanted to have or whatever, man. And that's what you're doing now, man. And I just would be, just working. I would be at home, and it would take me hours to pretty much get out of Mission and then come home, in my mind or whatever. So pretty much what you doing this right here, you just carrying it on pretty much when you get home, it's gonna take you some hours just to get away from the factory, because you're thinking about, okay, well, I need to do this, I need to do that, or whatever.
Right.
First thing when you wake up in the morning, you're thinking about that or whatever, man.
I tell you right now, that waking up thing, I was laughing with them the other night about it. It's like it's tough. Because even once I leave here and I lay down, I know it's only for a couple of hours, but I'm jumping up thinking I'm late. So it's tough. It's tough right now.
And here's the thing, you can't be late at your own job, because you got so many eyes on you, and it's like if you do it, then what everybody else is doing, And so I give you my background, military, psychology, life coaching, and all that kind of stuff. Something that I learned, and I try to do it now. I don't get to do it too often, but find that place in your home that gives you solace, that gives you peace, and every day when you get off, let that be the first place you go, and just give yourself 10 to 15 minutes to wind down. And like you said, for him, it was getting out of that Michelin mindset. For you, it's getting out of the mindset of the Peach Cobbler Factory. For me, it's like, man, I done cut so many heads today, or whatever the case may be. But we just, especially as a human being, but definitely as men, we have to wind down, because we keep score, right? And so we're constantly looking at, what did I score today? How many points did I score? And it might not be how much money you made or how many customers came through, but if you got that checklist of things you want to get done, we're very adamant about, okay, did I score those 4 points that I set out today? Did I get 5 rebounds? So it's definitely been beneficial when I do apply that to my life. But yeah, I see you now hiring sign, apply within. What's your ideal employee? What type of employees are you looking for?
just committed. I don't. Some of the ones I spoke to, I don't expect them to do what I do. Exactly. You know, I don't expect them to come in and spend the hours in here that I do. Yeah. But don't get me wrong. I thank God for a few that I have from day one. They have been, you know, godsend, if you will.
Oh yeah.
But just looking for somebody to come in, give me a good couple of hours, that want to work, that want to learn. Probably one of the biggest things is just being able to adapt and overcome. You know, without being told. I know initially coming in, we'll teach you what you need to know. But then from there, just pick up and go.
Yeah.
You know, being
initiative driven.
Being able to, you know, see what needs to be done and do it. You know, that's probably the biggest thing.
Okay. So what about social media outlets? Are you on all social media outlets?
As I was telling him, yes, in some capacity, but I leave that up to my wife and my daughter.
Okay, then, yeah, that's
right. With Facebook, we first started this. I've been forced to try to start learning it. Yeah. But right now, my wife and my daughter, they're
it's the way of the world, man.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, it's the way of the world.
We're on it. Yeah. I know a little. Yeah. But if it wasn't for the executive producer,
that's amazing right there.
Yeah, he does what he does, and you probably gonna fire your wife and your daughter a few times in your head. But you need them back. You need them back, man. Me and him got into it yesterday. I fired him and had to apologize this morning.
We fire him at least once a week.
But I submitted the application this time. I was like, look, can you hire me back? You know, dad human, dad make mistakes. But it's. You know, the way of the world nowadays is everything is on social media. And so as much as we, you know, try to avoid it, we're going to dibble-dabble it at some point. And so,
So what's the hours here, man?
12 to 10.
12 to 10?
7 days a week. Yeah. So that's why I said it's
oh, yeah, that's a job, man. 12 to 10, 7 days a week.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
It's tough. It's tough. Oh, yeah. And those are given down by corporate. I mean, if I had it my way, I probably would have made some adjustments too. Yeah. But right now, we're trying to follow the guidelines and the rules and do what needs to be done. Trying to make it happen.
And you're getting it done. Peak hours, which from the time you open up the door. So that's from a business standpoint.
That's
great.
Business
standpoint, that's you know. But I was sitting here trying to think and help you find some time where you know, hey, you know, you might not even have time to watch the episode, but as long as the customers see it, you know.
And that's key, I think. But to answer your question, it's 11 o'clock sometimes, and we're not open yet. They're pulling on the doors. And I think because you know we have Buffalo Wild Wings here, and we have Subway down here, and no one open up. So eventually, my goal is to get enough employees in here and people to operate where I can open up at 11.
Yeah. Oh wow.
That's my goal.
Oh yeah, because I can imagine with Lexington growing the way that it's growing, you have a few organizations that may go to lunch earlier, or they do the staggered lunch, and you know what's better than what you said, a sweet potato pecan cobbler at lunchtime. Whoever's eating that is not going back to work and doing nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. And I've had different companies or different people come in talking about different opportunities of trying to provide during the lunchtime hours and all that. Oh yeah. So venturing out, I tell them right now, just trying to be able to keep these doors open is tough.
So they want delivery.
Right, well, not so much delivery, but coming and setting up, doing like the office functions.
Okay. So catering and all, you know me. First time we sat down and talked, I was like, "Look, we got a little event going on down there in the country called the Sand Hood Cook-Off, and you might want to get a food truck down there because we have plenty of food that's cooked on the grill, plenty of fish that's being fried. We don't have a strawberry peach cobbler. We just don't have that. Yeah, I'm gonna have some this year because I'm gonna come by here and get me some.
And the thing is, you can come because we have vendors at the cook-off or whatever, so you can definitely come set up a table or whatever, and just sell what you sell or whatever. You probably gonna sell out.
And that's the plan. That's the goal. And we have some of the stuff that we need. We have the tents. We have some of the tables. And some of the decor. But right now, like I said, just trying to build a team. Yeah. So build a team so that we can go off to these different events. And still have somebody here being able to.
That's what's key.
So that's what we're building and working towards.
And just thinking about we was talking about employees earlier or whatever, man. So do you have someone that's like ready to step in, just say like if something was to happen where you couldn't make it today or whatever, do you have someone to come in and open the doors and they gonna take and run it like you gonna run it, or you don't have anyone like that yet?
Not yet. For real. Like I said,
so that's what he's looking for right now, man.
Managerial staff.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone that's going to believe in the vision and dream that you have, but also continue to take it to another height. And don't get me wrong, being my love and passion for leadership and all that kind of stuff, God created some people to be that support structure for other people because it's going to take them wherever that person is going. And then you got some people like yourself who said, hey, I got to go out, I got to set the path, and I got to be a trailblazer so those can follow.
Right.
And so we're going to be praying that hopefully you find that individual that can come in and give you that relief, but also treat the Peach Cobbler Factory in Lexington like it's their very own.
Yeah.
And that's, when my wife told me this, she said, Cornelius, the podcast, that's you and Greg, baby. You got to make sure you take care of it. You got to protect it. You can't just have any and everybody on because it's not going to represent who you are. Exactly. And when she said it, I took it like, okay, look at my wife with the little cliche, but it's so true.
Oh yeah,
right. It's so true. What it takes to build years, like you said, it's about a 2-year process almost. Yeah. It only takes 2 minutes for somebody to try and tear it down. Exactly. And so you got to have that protective layer, so to speak, and ahead of you to keep from people just coming in and tearing down what it is because. Yeah. We're not living in the world we used to live in. Nowhere near it. Exactly. So,
and with that being said, man, Mr. Willie is looking for someone to come in that's going to be willing to open up their own Peach Cobbler Factory.
Exactly.
So if you want to open up your own Peach Cobbler Factory, you can come in here and learn everything from Mr. Willie, whatever, man, and you can start your own. And
you get a 2 for 1.
Yeah, exactly. You get a 2 for 1. I just met a young lady. She has a shake shop right down the road here, and she's 23 years old. And she pretty much started working at the shop, and I think when she was 19, and now she owns the little shake shop. She makes the little shakes we be drinking all the time, Cornelius, whatever. So
nutritional shakes.
Yeah, nutritional shakes, man. So you can come in here, start working for Mr. Willie or whatever, man. The next thing you know, you got your own Peach Cobbler Factory.
And I'll tell you, that's what we talk to some of the employees about. Like we got a lot of high school students, and one of the questions that we asked them during the interview was, "What is it that you want to do?"
Yeah,
because we know we're not going to have you here forever.
Yeah,
it'd be nice for the good ones to be able to keep them.
Exactly.
We know in a couple of years you're going to graduate, you're going on to do your future.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And you may not even thought about it, but this may be one of the things.
Exactly, man.
Start my own thing.
Oh yeah. So that's it's in the military. We was called train the trainer.
Right.
So that's what we call it, that Michelin train the trainer.
Okay. Yeah. So it's about building someone up, adding value to them because, like we said. The goal is to produce more leaders, not more followers. We got enough followers in this world.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So to have more leaders and things of that nature, So I heard you say that you're high school friendly. So I'm thinking if you're in high school, you get out of school around by 3-7. If you're not involved in sports, man, a good shift, 4 to 10, 5 to 10, you can't beat that.
And you can't beat that. Honestly, and that's what we thought. That's been a challenge.
For real?
Yeah. Yes. And like I said, once again, I thank God for nothing against the ones that I have, but I thank God for the high school students I have. But there's been a few that it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, in here is easy. What you see, the aesthetics of when you walk in, the smell and all that kind of stuff is great. But behind those doors,
it's a different world.
Peak hours that you're talking about, it's like it's getting it.
It's steady.
Getting it. You know? So you got to be able to focus. You got to be able to. Be able to multitask, take that next step, being able to envision, okay, what's my next move?
Oh yeah.
And it can be overwhelming sometimes.
Yes, sir.
Then thinking about coming in here till 10 o'clock, we lock the door, and depending on how slow it is, you start cleaning up and get ready to go. Sometimes it's 30 minutes, sometimes 45 minutes, sometimes an hour before you can get out of here.
Okay.
And then you got to get up the next morning for school.
Yeah.
It was too much for some of them.
Okay.
So when you ask about what we're looking for somebody that's going to be able to multitask,
have some understanding. You have to really want it.
Right.
You got to, something again that I learned. A lot of people aren't successful unless a lot of other people want them to be.
Right.
And so the people who you're hiring and the people that you're adding to your team, they have to want to see you successful.
Yeah.
If they realize Mr. Cooper's successful, I can be successful.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I try to explain to them.
But some people see it as, he owns the business. It's just about money.
Right.
It's bigger than money.
And that's what I tried to explain to them. I've told all of them, customer service and quality for me.
Yeah.
So no matter when you come in and you get that strawberry peach or that cinnamon peach praline, whether day 1 or 10 months from now, you know what you get.
Yeah.
You know what the expectation is.
Consistency.
So that's what I'm trying to teach everybody. Just don't send someone to the door because you got to rush.
Yeah.
Take the extra few seconds to make sure it's right.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I'm looking for. That's what we're dealing with.
And just to throw it out there, man, it's not just peach cobbler and the sweet potato, whatever. They make shakes here too, man.
I'm looking.
So they make shakes here too. I'm glad my back turned, man, because you making me hungry.
Funny story. We actually ran out of shakes last night.
Oh my
God! So we
man.
had a couple of customers come in after 8. That were, that's what they came for was the milkshakes.
Oh man.
So hopefully when the truck get here this morning around 12 o'clock or so. For whatever reason, he always comes. As soon as I open the door, he want to come. So whenever he gets here, hopefully we'll have that refill on the shakes.
Okay.
I got to take a stab at my old high school employment agency. You can't let your shake machine turn into to McDonald's now. Because McDonald's don't have a milkshake machine or ice cream machine that work over 2 weeks in a row. Peach Cobbler didn't have it. Peach Cobbler Factory didn't have any shakes last night, which would have been.
Now we had them, we just ran out.
It ran out. So that's a good thing.
We had a good weekend and just ran out.
They're getting some more in. The truck is on the way.
Oh yeah.
Right. He'll be here by 12. So by 12:30 they back up and going.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I'm looking at this menu, and I just want to give the audience, and we're gonna post this, but I see that we have under the cobblers, you got peach, honey apple, cherry, blackberry, strawberry, cinnamon peach, praline, mango peach, strawberry peach, caramel apple, blackberry peach, apple walnut raisin, and then this infamous sweet potato pecan.
Yeah.
Man,
boy, it's dynamite.
That's just under cobblers.
It's dynamite. Yeah.
Then we got cinnamon rolls, classic vanilla, Nutella, apple butter, maple syrup, peanut butter praline, cobblers.
What's that new saying, or that I take it as new? That's what's popping, or that old one?
We have to ask the youngsters. All that's popping.
All of it.
Hey, matter of fact, this is standing on business right here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now we're gonna go to my favorite section, banana pudding. So I've tried the strawberry. I've tried the.
Because I had some that come here and get disgruntled because we don't have bananas in the pudding. Some come and jump for joy. Yeah, I'm glad you don't have bananas in it.
Hey, man, that's crazy.
You want some more right there?
No, man. Hey, put this in the trash, man. Hey, my sugar going up. My sugar going up right now.
He has the chocolate chip, Butterfinger, cherry swirl, bourbon pecan. That's real bourbon?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Coconut cream and peanut butter and jelly.
And all of those puddings you could make into a shake.
Oh wow!
So just the other night, I made the New York cheesecake and I added strawberries to it, so almost like a strawberry cheesecake pudding shake. So that's the key, pudding shake. So we have a milkshake base with a scoop of banana pudding, and then those toppings in it.
So is this real banana pudding, man?
Oh yeah, we make a batch of banana pudding just about every day.
God. Hey, they ain't back there working yet, man. I'm about to go get me some banana pudding right now.
I'm about to make my own. So let me ask this because this is going out to the world. Hopefully, millions see it. But my daughter has a real bad peanut allergy. Right? How can she still come here and taste some of this phenomenal stuff? Is it?
We've had that question several times, and we do all we can to not cross-contaminate. So each topping, if you will, that you're talking about, has its own individual spoon, so we don't be using multiple spoons or whatever. But there's nuts as you see everywhere. Yeah. So depending on how bad your reaction is,
and hers is rarely severe, but I always tell her if she can go to Zesto where they fry everything in peanut oil, and she tear the chicken up and the burgers and the fries. We went to Cold Stone before, and she's worked at Sonic, so she's worked around it, but she does have a quicker reaction to it. But I'm afraid to even get her addicted to this cobbler here.
But I think if she stick around with the banana puddings, even the cobblers,
she should be safe. Okay, cool. Because I know she'll want a cinnamon roll. Like she has a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
I'm moving over to the brownies. OG banana pudding brownie.
It's a lot.
Not it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
OG
I would say the
banana
brownie
pudding
itself.
brownie.
My favorite of the brownies was gonna be the cherry cordial. So that's the whipped cream with the cherry filling, and then the chocolate swirl, chocolate syrup drizzled across it. But even in that 2 or 3 sessions, just trying to eat it at one time, you're a real one if you can. You're a real one.
So Willie, with that being said, because I hear Cornelius calling out all these everything that's on the menu or whatever, and so you've tried everything on the menu?
Just about. Just about. Still got a few things to go, but as far as
and you on what, like 110 pounds? How you do that, man? How you get that?
As we say in the church,
I just gained 5 pounds coming in here.
As we say in the church, we're in moderation. You gotta know when
everything
to say,
in moderation.
You gotta know when to say when.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Exactly.
And that's one thing about me has always been is discipline. So even though I'm around it all day, if I need to sample something, I can do that without just eating it all up. You know? So, for instance, we churro sticks manufacturer. We had to go with a different brand this past week. Had to try out the new ones before we started
put it on
selling
the market.
So you the test dummy around here or whatever.
And I try to give everybody the opportunity. We don't talk about the employees and stuff. I know how I am when I go to a restaurant and ask a question based on their expression or how they respond. If I want to eat there or not.
Exactly.
My thing is, you don't like it, you eat it here, then there's something
you ain't
wrong.
gonna sell it.
Exactly. And that's normally what I do. My wife, she get on me all the time, whatever, because we go somewhere new or whatever, and I'd be like, hey, well, I'm gonna let the waitress pick what I'm gonna eat, man, whatever. So I was like, hey, what's good? And then she'll start running down about, okay, well, this right here is delicious. I really don't like this here too much or whatever. So I was like, hey, well, I'm gonna go, whatever you said delicious, I'm gonna try that. And normally, they done ate it, so they know what's good.
If it ain't, they gotta pay for it.
Exactly.
But
and then while we talk about the menu up here, the sweet peachy tea and the cold brew, that's also something that we do in-house as well.
Oh, so you make your own teas?
Right, their own sweet peachy tea and the cold brew coffee.
Oh, wow.
As well. Bottle them. So I have employees back there putting labels on bottles and all of that.
One stop.
So you do have coffee, just cold brew coffee.
The cold brew coffee we have right now. The hot coffee, we're still working on trying to come up with something.
Okay.
Some of the customers I talked to said, well, just go get a Keurig or whatever. Just to have something.
Yeah, man. These Belgian waffles, strawberry. That's the favorite.
That's my favorite under that. Strawberry.
Man.
Oh my goodness, man.
And then the churro sticks. I'm just gonna stop there in terms of just because I haven't eaten breakfast. You know,
me neither.
Little dude from
starving
down
right
the
now.
street, he grabbed Chick-fil-A, but man, is it too early? Like, Greg, is this legal in the fitness world?
Not really, man. Not really, man. Ain't nothing good in here.
But you get a cheat day. But you get a cheat day.
It ain't on Mondays. Most of the time it's on Saturdays.
Yo, I can't wait to Saturday to get some of this, man. I got to get some of this before I leave today, man. So after we shoot this episode, I know he got to set up and get ready for the day, but I might hang around. I might mop a floor too, just, to hang around.
Hey, it's already clean in here, man.
We'll see what we can do. Like I said, there's a lot of work to go into it before and after doing it, but we'll see what we can do to help you guys out before we go.
I followed the Peach Cobbler Factory on social media, but I also followed the Peach Cobbler Factory-Lexington on social media as well. But I saw the overarching franchise and just the feedback you get from everywhere that they have one of these imprinted. I haven't seen anything negative. I mean, you're gonna have your haters, but I'm talking about just genuinely positive comments about the quality, about the taste, about the service. This is a growing brand.
It is. I think when I started, like I said, signing the agreement and all that, they might have had 20, 30 stores open. Wow. And last time I checked, before December, I think we were hitting over 75. Not just up and down the East Coast. We got some up in Wisconsin. We was in training with them. We went down to Florida. So some up, down, way up there on the other side, up there, up north. Wow. Wisconsin.
So how many is in South Carolina,
Not right offhand, I don't. But you got what's that? Indian Trail. I think it's part of South Carolina. Is that North
Indian
Carolina?
Trail?
Yeah, I think it's South Carolina.
South Carolina, I think so.
But you got Florence now.
Florence, okay.
Growing area. Us here, Chiraw. I think there's one down there. There's several I can't think of right now, but there's several.
I mean, so Greg and I growing up in this area, I can't reiterate enough the location that you have.
Oh yeah.
We talked about Walmart, we talked about Chick-fil-A, but I'm just talking about Lexington.
Oh yeah.
Right.
The location that you have, because like you said, the closest place you might have mentioned might have been Chiraw or Indian Trail.
Yeah. Right.
God's plan.
As soon as these individuals over here in this Harbison area,
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, man.
It wouldn't surprise me if you were in the mall.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It wouldn't surprise me if you were in the mall. And the things are starting to grow. I mean, you look at the larger areas, your Aiken area, your Columbia steadily growing, both, out everywhere.
Right.
Man, it's just
because I'm sitting here thinking. I'm sitting here thinking the whole time, being right here in Lexington, I'm thinking Harbison, man.
Yeah.
This thing right here probably would jump in Harbison or whatever. It'd probably be the
Even
same
with this
way
one
it'd be
right
here.
here,
Yeah, it'd be the
worse.
same way. Yeah,
It would be worse.
Exactly. It would be worse with the traffic and all that.
And just the future plans, so I'm not putting that out there. Right now, we got plans on expanding, trying to get down towards North Augusta, down into Savannah.
Yeah.
Oh, not Savannah. I'm sorry. What's the next one? Augusta.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're looking at moving, keeping it moving down.
Man, Augusta would be great, man.
Hey, listen,
Augusta would be great.
Get close to a college campus, man. With those hours at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Them kids leaving the library.
And that's prime real estate. South Carolina would be just great. USC would be great because people gonna eat sweets, man.
Right. So here's the thing. Greg always get on me about jumping out there, right? I'm
Here
one
we
of
go.
these people. I just jump.
Yeah.
No, Greg, hear me out. We have plans of going to what they call Hip Hop Wednesday. At USC campus. My daughter's an attendee or student at the University of South Carolina. She's like, Dad, you got to bring the podcast. Before we go, I think it's on a Wednesday. I'm gonna get with you, and we're gonna get some of this peach cobbler.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a few things that we can put together. So when we go out there, I can give them some of this stuff.
Right.
You know, one, it promotes you, but also I know college kids are hungry because my child come home and eat me out of house at home. So this is just one of the things that, you know, Greg, we got to take this with us, man.
Oh yeah, we can take some gift cards from here. Y'all do have gift cards,
We
right?
do.
Yeah, you can take some gift cards and all that stuff and give them out and stuff.
We got to take some samples though, because I ain't sharing mine.
For sure. Oh, he said he talking about samples.
Food. Yeah,
okay.
I'm talking about samples.
I'm thinking about like gift cards to give them, you know, like
So I got to bank on them taking away time from their. I want to take it to them to make sure that they like, oh, where you get that from?
Exactly.
Right there,
That's cool. On our way over there, we can stop through here and get that, man, and just say,
if it make it there.
Probably.
We need to drive several cars and ride with the
man.
food in my truck, and you just get there.
Because if I'm riding with you, man, I'm sampling everything, man.
Not you sampling the sweet potato pecans.
Well, I done sampled that, so man, that's probably not gonna make it. That's probably not gonna make it.
We got to take some of the basic things.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, moving forward, what's one of your biggest goals now that you've gotten everything started? Things seem to be going well. I know some things, you know, employees growing it, you finding a balance with things. But outside of that, what's some of the future ambitions you have with this entire thing? Because this isn't a job anymore. This is
life.
This is life.
It's a life. Exactly.
You know,
like I mentioned, just getting. We talked about earlier, getting into where I could come in and it's running, whether I'm here or not.
Yeah.
Because if I have to be here in order for it to run, I'm failing.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is getting it to where I could show up at 2:00 instead of 8:00.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a win.
The store's
the
door gonna open up.
Yeah.
Customers will be able to come in and get what they're gonna get, and it's gonna be the same thing as though I was here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm looking for.
Cool.
Before I even move down to the next store and go on to future things. That's what I'm looking for.
Any shout outs you have? Anybody you want to give a special thanks to? This is your time.
Yeah.
First and foremost, we gotta acknowledge God. That's what
for sure.
We
Exactly.
gotta acknowledge God. With this, and I don't want to start crying because they tell me a lot of times.
Hey, it's nothing wrong with me and crying, man. Canadians cry all the time.
Hey, every day. His brother just sent me a link to a book. I downloaded it on audio. Before I leave, I'll get it to you. I forgot the exact name of it, but it's something about men who cry. I think that's the name of the book. And it was just about us men being vulnerable. Man, like we human. We cry. We try to hold it in, but then it comes out another way. Yeah. So, man, this is your platform right now.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Never in 1,000 years would I have a little fella coming out of the projects in Jersey City, having a platform.
So,
That's just a testament to who God is and what He's able to do.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
But the shout outs, I gotta probably start after God to my wife, to my family.
Yes, sir.
Because like I said, she holds things down. She brought it. She was the one that said, "What about this?" And even when I brushed it off, somehow it came back around. And a year and a half, 2 years later, look where we at.
Oh yeah.
And even now, behind the scenes, she still works. She has a job with the Lexington Hospital System. We have the 2 little boys that I talked about, and everything. My grandkids, my older daughters and everything. She's always, and she have her parents. So it's not like we have time.
Yeah.
We just use the time that we have
to
make everything happen.
Just making the best of the time that you got.
Right.
Well, time is love. And so when you look at how much time you don't have, and let's say you only have an hour of that day that you can totally devote to spending time with your wife, you give her that hour.
And even right now, I'm going to be honest with you, man. Right now, that's far, far, far few in between.
Wow.
Like I said, from the time that over the past month, it's been great. Yeah. But there's been a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's one thing I did say, and I'm glad you brought that up. That's something that was on my mind, letting people know, talking about entrepreneurship, and on anything that you step out, you say you believe in God for, it's going to be some heartaches.
Oh yeah.
There's going to be some hard times.
That's part of the winning, man.
Right.
Yeah, the sacrificing and all that. Yeah, that's part of the winning.
So as long as we can remember that and keep on doing that, we're going to be okay.
Oh yeah.
So we got a lot of people in our corner. Like I said, I don't want to go down the list and start calling names, but
you'll list someone out.
Exactly. No, but all our sisters, y'all know who you are. All the TTs, all the uncles. I mean, like I said, I got so many people, not just the ones that are paying, but the volunteers.
Yeah.
I've had family fly down from New Jersey, for the grand opening and fly right back.
Yeah.
So I can't say enough about family, man. They have been great in the midst of this.
Hey, this is what family is about, though,
right.
man.
Exactly.
It's the true meaning of family. Coming together to help. See the family win.
Right.
Or whatever. Because if you win, that means they win.
Right.
Or whatever.
Right.
So they ain't got to be calling you, but you ain't got to be calling them, asking them for no more money. Yeah, pretty much. You gonna be getting them the money.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
But, and it's something you said. You talk about family and you talk about the sacrifice and as far as entrepreneurship. And I think every Super Bowl, every NBA Finals, every Final Four tournament or whatever, all those things are won at practice. They're won behind the scenes.
Yeah.
What we get to see as spectators is what goes on in the hooping and the hollering and all that kind of stuff. It's just yesterday, my son and I went with Greg's brother to see the USC girls play, and it was, to watch those girls kind of go back and forth with Tennessee. They didn't struggle, but it wasn't the easy Carolina going to walk all over them. But they stuck together. You had people starting that hadn't really started all season. I saw Coach Staley switch things up and give the fans and the other teams something new to look at. And so, again, everything that's going on behind the scenes that we don't see, that the customers don't experience, man, you're making a permanent thumbprint here. And I'm excited for everything that you have going on.
Yes, sir.
We wish you nothing but the best.
Yes, sir.
We will continue to come by and support in any way that we can promote your organization. I know the first time you met me, you was like, "Hey, man, so what's the catch here?"
Yeah, what is a podcast?
What's the catch here? He's like, "So what I got to pay? What's this gonna cost me?" And I'm like, "Nothing, man. It's just you have two gentlemen here who that's been like my big brother all my life. He has to keep me.
It's a hard job. It's a hard job.
I think I remember hearing about him being overseas and you living through him.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, yeah.
But just even then, when my mom put me out back in the days, because I thought I was grown enough to do what I wanted to do, it was his couch in Florida that I slept on. So
he ain't paid me for none of that yet, man. But go ahead. That's neither here nor there.
I'm gonna buy you
man,
whatever you want.
Nothing, man.
Whatever you want out of here is on me today.
Nah.
But I just think about the good things that you have going on here, man, and I'm just
great, man.
I'm in awe, and don't get me wrong. We say this and we just try to read, because some people will take what we say and twist it. Everyone's open if it fits our criteria to come on this podcast.
Oh yeah.
But to know that there was a Peach Cobbler Factory store located here and it opened up and it was black owned, I had to try to be one of the first ones. We try to be one of the first ones to sit down and talk with you, because at some point when this thing take off, you ain't gonna be accessible. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate it because you're already busy. You talked about how busy you are. So for us to come and take away some time this morning just to put your story, your experience out there, we can't say nothing but thank you.
I appreciate it. But I pray that that humbleness, that I never get that big head where I'm not accessible for anybody. That's not what it's about.
But they say it's lonely at the top, but I was always told it's only lonely if you don't take anyone with you. But you have a whole host of people, to include your family. Like I said the other day, the young lady at the register, I didn't have no clue that she was your daughter, and she didn't beat on her chest or boast or anything like, "Hey, this is my dad's place." She was just like a regular employee who took my order, but she just got to say, "Hey, y'all grab my dad from back there." But other than that, what would you tell that person who's thinking about going into something for themselves? Doesn't have to be Peach Cobbler Factory, but if you're looking to, come find some employment here. But if they were going to go and try to do something on their own, what would be your last piece of advice for them?
All right, last piece of advice leaving out of here would be what I've learned, or in the midst of learning and writing, trying to put it together as he give it to me is we talk about the Bible, we talk about God, and how we say it, pressed down, shaken together, and I cup,
run it over.
Yes, sir.
run it over.
Yeah.
I've learned in this process, in his blessings, that's not always the case.
Okay.
He says that I'll provide.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So
for
when
sure.
we say that he'll be a provider, just like he
Yeah.
did with the children of Israel coming out of Egypt day by day.
Mm-hmm.
He'll provide. He'll
Day
give
by
you,
day.
He'll give you what you
Oh
need.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
So he's a provisionary.
Yeah.
So just take that and know that if God sent you, if God tells you, if he give you the green light,
Oh yeah.
go forward in that.
It'll
Yeah.
come easy.
And
yeah.
it may not be overrunning, it may not be overflowing, but he'll provide.
And this is the second podcast that we had back to back that the owner of the Icebox, Mr. John Hooks, man, and whatever, he said pretty much his wife brought this vision to him about doing the Icebox, the cryotherapy or whatever, and he pretty much told her, hey, well, let me pray on this thing for 48 hours, talk to God about it, and then we'll see what we'll do or whatever.
Right.
And then COVID hit, so it pretty much shut it down for like a year or so or whatever. Then they called back out and he prayed on it again, and God was like, hey, go ahead, man.
Right.
And he's like, he told us, hey, it was the best decision that he made, other than marrying his wife or whatever. So, yeah.
And even in this spot, we keep talking about location. Even in this spot, several months in, and I think I never got discouraged, but at the same time, because even though I signed, when you sign the agreement stuff, you still got money coming out.
Yeah.
And when you know how it ain't not coming in.
Yeah.
How that gets.
Oh, yeah.
But even in that, I remember hearing and talking to God about it, where I never got distraught. I never got worried.
Yeah.
When some of them doors down the street did not open. Because one thing about it, and I'll say this and I'll let y'all finish it.
No, you're good.
Is that I learned, and in the midst of talking to God about it, God, I need you to open the door, because once you open it, I'm gonna need you to sustain it.
Oh yeah.
Because I could have tried to kick and force one of them doors down the street open. And then, okay, Lord, I need you to do.
Yeah.
But if that's not what he had me to be,
nah.
then I would have been really struggling.
Oh yeah.
My pastor just said this yesterday. When you go out and you do something and you create it, now you're responsible for it.
Right.
But if you go out and do what he tell you to do,
Exactly.
he gonna provide you.
Yeah,
It's his provision now.
Yeah.
Right.
So y'all just had a whole Bible study.
Hey, I was about to say, man,
because you mentioned,
Willie about to start preaching.
hey, you
man.
mentioned how Mr. John Hooks, when his wife brought him something, you mentioned how your wife brought you the idea.
Yeah.
My wife, I mentioned to something, her, but she brought me to this point where we are right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, ever since the beginning of time, Eve brought Adam the apple. So women ain't always bringing bad things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
so
sure.
For the married men out there, for the dating men out there, and even if you're single, man, find you a good woman.
Right.
And see what she has to bring, because it could be the stepping stone to where you need to be. Because men, we all three men, we had that conversation out the camera.
Right.
But we thankful that you have the spouse that you have, and she saw not just this opportunity, but she saw something in you.
Yeah.
That she knew what her husband could handle. She knew what God had put into you. And those mothers had those instincts. The Bible said, I guess, he knew us before before he formed us in our mother's wombs. But you got to think who we spend the most time with inside that mom. Those first 9 months are crucial. And so, just nothing but great conversation, nothing but great opportunity. Please make your way down to Peach Cobbler Factory in Lexington, South Carolina. For any viewers, any subscribers, if you're not in the Lexington, Columbia, whatever area you're not close by, find you a Peach Cobbler Factory to tap into, because
I just drive down here to Lexington, man.
that's it. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal.
And USC students, Hip Hop Wednesday, we bring us some Peach Cobbler sometime soon your way.
Oh yeah.
And but if y'all don't have anything else, Greg, you want to take us home?
So Willie, you good? Everything's because when we first started this thing, man, Willie was kind of nervous, man. He was pacing back and forth. And I told him, I was like, hey man, you're gonna be good, man. Don't even worry about it.
You fell
man.
into your zone real quick. Like I said, I started to get the pulpit up there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
I
man.
tell you, man, when I had to go back there and all right, Lord, here we go. Lord, here we go.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Your best conversation should be with 2 people. God and yourself.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You talk to those 2 people more than you talk to anybody.
He'll work that thing out, man.
And he'll tell me in a minute. I call him with something. He'll be like, "Hey, you talk to God about it?" I'll be like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, then God busy. He handle it. Hey, let him go.
Oh yeah, let him handle that, man.
God busy, man. Let him go.
He ain't got time for you to keep griping on this thing, man. God got a lot of stuff he got to do, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. But without further ado, Greg, want to take us on?
we just want to thank Mr. Willie, man, for giving us this time, man, or whatever. Because, hey, like he said, doing the whole podcast, man, hey, he's busy, man. He pretty much try to use his time wisely, and he have to go from 12, well, pretty much from as soon as he hit the floor in the morning to 10 at night or whatever. So, man, we want to thank you, man. We appreciate it. Say way later than that. Yeah. So, man, we just want to thank you for giving us this opportunity. Yeah.
One of those? You get one of those?
I haven't seen one yet.
You get one of those, yeah.
I haven't seen one yet.
But everything's being paid, so we good. We good. Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, exactly.
So things are going well, man.
But we appreciate this, man.
Yeah.
We truly appreciate it.
Thank y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Never in 1,000 years.
Yeah.
I'll imagine anything like this.
Oh, yeah. So with that being said, man, the name of the podcast is Doing It With Purpose. So if you're doing it with purpose, if you're not doing it with purpose, you're not doing it with passion, and we can see Willie's doing it with purpose and passion, man. If you're not doing it like that, you're not doing it at all. Triple salute, Lil Tony, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pray for the Etheridge family.
Yes, sir.
But without further ado, God bless. Thank y'all for coming out.
God bless. Good night.
Good night.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, boss, man.
Oh,
yeah.